How's it going? This time around, I'm gonna just. Come on, man. What?
Do you want Tony to do with his money? What do you think? What specifically do you want Tony to do with his money? What do you think Tony should do with his money?
Fuck off.
What do you mean fuck off? Do nothing? Let those kids die? I've got you here now. I've got you here now.
Alright,
Oh my god. I got you here now. Why is Iron Man... I need to know this. Why is Iron Man 1 military propaganda?
Do we really want...
Why? I mean, not military propaganda, first of all. You're not in charge in the military. That's.
Yeah, we do, because it's a dumb thing.
It's because...
We're gonna have to... Okay, wait, hold on. We're gonna have to severely moderate this to happen. It's like most people are gonna...
Alright.
You can't have everyone... Yes.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna let
Everyone
you...
mute unless you're important for this.
Wait, I'm
I feel like
confused.
Jenny
Iron
is
Man.
a lot smarter than I am when it comes to this. Maybe Jenny can talk.
Yeah, just say you don't want to talk, bro. It's fine.
God damn it, Mosquito! You always drag me.
I know, because you're the better level.
No. I want it to be Mosquito. I don't want Mosquito. I'm not asking any else here. I want it. No, just...
Mosquito, I love you. You got this.
Alright.
Why is Iron Man 1 and 2 a military propaganda? And also,
Everyone
secondly, you're really wrong. So here we go.
Alright, here we go. So, as I played this amazing game known as Roblox Paintball, I shall explain how Iron Man 1 and 2 are military propaganda. So,
And how's it?
When he's not military propaganda.
That one not.
alright. Number one, let's get the obvious out of the way. Both of these films were funded and produced by the Department of Justice, which
No.
is there. We have multiple articles correlating.
No,
this.
alright, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
That's no average.
Doesn't matter.
It's that is a part of it. But okay, you want to go further? Let's go further. All right. So, I've heard a lot of people say Iron Man 1 is critical of the U.S. military, which, if you look at it from one angle, you can say, okay, yeah, Tony realizes, oh yeah, selling weapons is bad, not very good. So what is Tony's solution to not selling weapons, right? His solution for not selling weapons is to create the ultimate weapon, the Iron Man.
Stop.
I'm not done. Let me finish. I'll let you go after that. All right. And he essentially becomes the decider of right and wrong, and he, an American citizen, American billionaire for that matter, flies all the way to the Middle East and puts matters in his own hands, which, if you know something called foreign intervention, that's not very good. It's not good to go into other countries and kill people.
Yes, but you forget the fact.
I'm not done.
Okay.
I'm not done. You said you were gonna let me speak. Okay. Now, you might say Iron Man's a work of fiction, and superheroes do all of this all the time. So what's the big concern? Why are you singling out Iron Man?
No.
Which, in all honesty, I'm not. It's just one of many Marvel movies, and just not even just Marvel movies. Movies that do this. It's just a very common thing. But the fact is that the War on Terror, especially in 2008 when Iron Man came out, was an extremely big issue. Not saying it stopped, it hasn't. America still goes on this fucky shit in the Middle East. That's what they've always done.
Doesn't make a movie a commentary on it though.
I'm not done. When you have someone like Iron Man, an American citizen, a rich billionaire for that matter, essentially acting as the military in that region, choosing who gets to live and die, that sets a very bad precedent for the people watching the movie, who are mainly Americans. It tells Americans subliminally that it is okay to go into other countries, specifically Middle Eastern countries, and do this stuff to the barbaric and savage Middle Easterners who apparently deserve it according to what this film is trying to say.
Okay.
And
Okay.
as for Iron Man 2, Iron Man 2 I don't even have as much of a problem with because it's so over the top, ridiculous, and stupid, it's kind of funny. Like, I can't even deny, as much as it is probably worse on an ideological front than the first one, it's kind of like the Michael Bay Transformers movies, right? You can't take it seriously.
I'm gonna go grab my food.
Alright.
Hold on to your point. Peter, you can go, but as soon as I come back, I'm gonna dismantle this entirely. I'll be back.
As long as
You can say
Hey,
foreign.
can we have proper debate etiquette and not cut other people off while they're
Yeah,
making their
let's
point?
not do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna start serving people who butt in.
But yeah, like again, this debate, we've got to keep in mind, I'm not commenting on the quality of Iron Man. You can love or hate this movie.
We're not saying you are. We're just saying that your
I'm
point
just
is
pointing it
very
out because I feel like a lot of this debate, to some degree, comes down to people being very quick to defend something they like, which, you know, I get it. I love stuff, and I love defending stuff I like. But we can like something and also acknowledge that it has problematic elements. This is just something that happens in movies.
It's not defending. It's looking at an aspect that's overlooked by the person making the claim. The aspect that you are overlooking is your claim. Like it's really not military propaganda. Just because one character from a comic who happens to be a part of the military doesn't make the entire movie military propaganda. And you can use the whole excuse. You can use the whole excuse of Iron Man going to that other country just to fight back, when quite literally the entire thing about that scene was, first, he got kidnapped by those motherfuckers, trying to make him force him to make weapons of his own shit for mass destruction, and number two, because they were using his weapons to harm other people within that area. How is that military propaganda? Other than that, in the entire movie, there's nothing of that sort in the movie. There's absolutely nothing of military propaganda, none of that bullshit. Just because a scene or a character is involved with that shit, it's not, bro. I'm sorry, but it's not.
Well, first off, your claim that Iron Man is the only character that does this in the movie is wrong, because we literally have the most arguably likable character, and to some degree, Iron Man...
Yeah, one character, Rhodey, and that's it.
I'm not done.
Well, it's a bad point, so...
It isn't. When you portray military service people that well, that also sets a bad precedent for its audience, endorsing essentially the greatest terrorist fighting, like the greatest terror force in the world, which is the United States military. And
oh my god.
What do you mean, oh my god? All right, let me speak. You bring up the point that, they kidnapped Iron Man and they did all this. Do you not see how that is also a part of this whole military propaganda thing, where we have to say that Middle Easterners are barbaric human beings who have to kidnap billionaires?
You realize that is not just an origin in the movie. That is quite literally just Tony's origin in the comics. That doesn't make his origin military propaganda or a play on military.
When it's used in this context, in the sense
what
that
context? It's one for one the same origin. There's no context to it.
When we are using in the context of Bush era, Obama era America, going into Middle Eastern countries as a very dangerous president.
Oh god.
Don't cut me off, like, seriously. Let's not do that.
Alright, here we go. I'm gonna write this down.
Alright.
First of all, do you pay your taxes? I'm just gonna straight up, do you pay your taxes?
I'm not even American.
Okay. Anybody here? Okay. Even if you were, you would pay your taxes, right?
Unfortunately, that's the world we live in.
Okay, it's not true. For America's funding, right? You know where most of America's funding of taxes go to? Unfortunately.
The military.
Unfortunately, the military. Right. So any number amount of money, doesn't matter where, no matter how much, on base principle of paying your taxes, is going to the exact same place, correct?
Well, yeah, that's the reality of living in a capitalist
Okay, so, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. There's no meaningful difference. You're still paying for it. They're going to get their money out no matter what. So if your message in the movie is anti-weaponry, and also, Tony Stark creates a defense mechanism that only he can use, which doesn't cost anybody else. Americans included, especially Americans, because the main villain of the film is an evil businessman who is selling weapons to people, who is not only selling them, and then betraying those people. He is the main villain. He's the worst part of the film.
And you also
He's actively... No, PJ. PJ.
let's first
PJ.
finish.
PJ, no. Okay. So in any case, so if you want to say by principle of them getting the funding for it, you cannot make the film without it, just legally. It's the exact same. You cannot use it legally. Do you know, for example, when have you gone out and made a short film? Because I know that you're a director, right? Like, you want to be a director. Have you gone out and made any short films yourself? Yeah.
I wouldn't shoot a film involving the U.S. military.
Okay. But have you shot anything, right?
Yes, I have.
Have you had to gone out and ask for permission to film and shoot at locations, correct?
That is what you tend to do when you film.
Yes, exactly. The only way to get that equipment to tell the story is to do it. And unfortunately, that is the only way to do it. Correct?
Yes, but that doesn't negate the fact that...
No. So you're saying that, so are you telling me that certain stories shouldn't be told? Like that?
I think if the story leads to mass, like, Islamophobia, yeah? Which it did. I can speak from personal experience. That is what Ironman and a lot of films like that have normalized. And
can I interrupt you for a little bit?
I think did Stir have anything else they want to add?
Okay. So, next. So, there's one thing besides sure. I'm gonna break down the next sentence and then circle back. So, but even on the basis to make that film and distribute it, they have to do it. And also, you paying your taxes in America literally pays the U.S. military. It is the exact same. If you're going to make a story being critical of the government, you're going to have to work within the government. That's literally just what's going to happen. I don't know what to tell you.
Jenny's asking if they can tag in.
No,
I just wanted to speak on...
I'm okay with Jenny speaking of it.
You said that sometimes funding from the military is necessary for some of these stories to exist as they're supposed to be. Yes, that is true. That doesn't negate the fact that they can still be military propaganda. I don't understand what that argument has to do with the core debate topic, which is Ironman is or isn't military propaganda. All you're saying is that, yeah, sometimes the military funding is required for these films to get made. That's not a point.
It's because he made the point of the military funding the movie. That's why he
I don't think that point.
The basis of propaganda is to promote a message specifically to either recruit somebody to do a certain thing. The point of the movie is that it literally makes out the military to be an antagonistic force, as well as buying weapons that lead to American lives dying, as well as people in the Middle East dying. Because also, it doesn't villainize the Middle East. He literally goes in to save Middle Eastern people who are being taken over by this evil group.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Are you serious?
Is that not what the definition of it is?
Why does it matter? Why does that matter? Why does it matter that somebody who has made so many regrets in his life, who's actively trying to do better by people, he's trying to do better. Him doing that is trying to make the life... Well, he literally is putting his money into being productive and helping people. And I'm not... What do you want him to do?
It doesn't matter, bro. It's because he's rich.
I think that the precedent of a billionaire making a self-funded military essentially is pretty fucking weird. I don't think I need to explain why that's a inherent...
It's a billionaire putting his money... It's literally a billionaire.
That is literally what Tony does. That's why I do like Iron Man 3, because what does he do? He quits being Iron Man, which Age of Ultron just...
No, it doesn't. Tell me what he says. He did not take away Iron Man. So that's the threat to bring Iron Man. It was the art reactor, but it doesn't fit bring Iron Man.
But, fuck that. He's gonna just go back to doing what he was doing, which is one of the many reasons Age of Ultron sucks. Along with how they just kind of forgot that S.H.I.E.L.D. was literally run by Nazis, and then they just bring back Shield again. It's a very dull movie, but that's besides the point.
Let's not veer off topic here. But to clarify a little bit fast, with Civil War, they implies that Tony just can't stop quitting Iron Man. He tried in the third movie, but he just can't stop. That's why he just continues.
Which, for the record, is one of the good things Civil War does. It shows it as a flaw, which, good thing. But
changing how you shop can feel like a lot.
I had to go to Spain to eat, but I am back now, and we're going to be seeing this video.
To connect with our staff.
But I'm not gonna say he doesn't stop being Iron Man. Like I said, he fits the odd reactor. He doesn't fit being Iron Man.
Because when you say that, okay.
Wait, no. Hold up.
Wait, I was letting you.
Okay, fine.
When you were saying, okay, you pay the taxes and everything, so like that, you also do realize they write this thing. It's not just paying taxes, they straight up write this script. Like, they go in and they make sure that everything is right by their view of themselves. That was a part of the deal they signed with the DOJ. The same thing happened with Captain Marvel. They wanted to use the Air Force. And
also, real quick, you said that you like Iron Man 3 because he quit being Iron Man. SK brings up a good point. He literally says that one thing you can't take away is I am Iron Man. He doesn't quit. That quote literally tells us that he just doesn't quit. Quite literally, the only thing he quits is the arc reactor, and that's it. He doesn't quit being Iron Man, so it doesn't matter.
Well, then maybe Iron Man 3 sucks more than Iron Man.
Dude, Jesus Christ. Okay. A billionaire using his funds to be a better person.
Why is that bad?
To be a better person. That's literally that is what you would want. That is literally the main goal of what a rich person to do out of just killing themselves.
That is literally that is the whole thing about Iron Man's character. Not just in the movies, but quite literally in the comics. Same with its origin story. It's one for one the origin. Like, come on.
How do I explain that the idea of this rich billionaire going and intervening in foreign?
What do you want him to do? What do you want him to do? What do you want him to do?
Or at least if he's gonna do it, show the consequences of it instead of.
They do. People that the military. Okay, what? Literally, the people that tried protecting him died by the hands of his own fucking weapons from these terrorists.
What does he proceed to do?
No, stop. The only reason that they have access to those weapons is literally that he was selling them to them. He was selling it. They don't have access to the Iron Man suit. They don't have access to anything.
And that makes it better. It makes it justifiable to go into foreign countries and then
that are using his weapons to harm children. Yes, it is.
Do you want those children to die?
Literally.
Do you want those children to die?
I think that the idea of portraying Middle Easterners as savages
do you want?
They
really are not. They really not. No. He's not.
Yinsi.
No, stop. The kids he saved are literally Middle Eastern. They're not white kids that he saved. They literally would be Middle Eastern. He's trying to save the Middle Eastern kids from this evil. Okay. Mosquito. Do you think ISIS as an organization is morally right? I want to ask this question. Because the Middle East, they're only fighting for the rights of their country to get the fucking country back.
Who funded ISIS?
Literally, okay. That's fair to some extent, but also they have it all for Middle Eastern.
To destabilize Middle Eastern countries. It was funded by America. That's just
not. Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah, Jen, you can do that.
Most radical Islamic organizations, like ISIS, Al Qaeda, most of their roots can be traced back to U.S. imperialism.
Yeah, that is just the truth. Literally any single Middle Eastern country in the world has been destabilized by Americans because Americans desperately need their oil. That's just how the world works. Which is why I don't think it's a good idea to portray a rich billionaire going into the Middle East and deciding.
Welcome, Music Princess.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna do this and that. Even if you're gonna portray him as like
right, because he doesn't want to save the Middle Eastern children.
The idea of a rich billionaire going into the Middle East.
It's a rich billionaire.
You literally compared it to a drone attack, bro. Like, that makes no sense.
PJ, stop. Okay, Mosquito, stop. Alright, I'm just gonna break this down to you real quick. What specifically do you want Tony to do with his money? What do you think Tony should do with his money?
Fuck off.
What do you mean fuck off? Do nothing? Let those kids die?
I think that Tony, if he genuinely cared, would use diplomatic pressure instead of fucking going into the Middle East himself.
How is he gonna do that? They literally can't. They literally acknowledge in the movie that they don't have jurisdiction on the country. They can't. By no legal means can they get in there and do anything.
Well, then I hate to say it, I don't think Tony has the permission to go into the Middle East and decide.
So you want him to follow laws dictated by the U.S.'s intervention.
No, I just don't want an American intervening in the Middle East because
Why does it matter that he's American? Why does it matter that he's American? What he wants to fix the fucking?
Because Americans in the real world go into the Middle East and rape and butcher.
That literally doesn't mean anything. I'm sorry, but it doesn't.
That is irrelevant.
Means
nothing. Okay.
That is a nitpick. That is literally a nitpick. I'm sorry, but it is.
It's not even a nitpick. It's literally a dude wanting to make up for the rights of the wrongs that he's done to the fucking Middle East. What are you talking about?
It's easy for us to sit around and say that this is a work of fiction.
I'm not saying. I'm literally not saying that. Nobody is.
No one is saying that. You're literally assuming we are saying that. No one is saying that.
The problem with this movie is it is dealing with a real-life conflict that affects real-life people and
How?
portraying Americans as the heroes here is dangerous. That is what I am saying. That's why I say it's military propaganda.
Okay.
It justifies American intervention in the Middle East.
It does the opposite. It does the opposite. It literally shows that the military is not good enough. They need Ironman to do it.
Also,
military.
Wait, no. I'm sorry.
Mosquito, do you want kids to die?
I'm sorry. Real quick. You do realize that not just in Iron Man 1, but just throughout the entire fucking MCU, Iron Man has been actively against the government. The best example is Iron Man 2. Because he refuses to give his suits away to the government.
He fucking hates the government. He thinks they suck.
I privatize world peace. I try to play ball with these ass clowns.
What do you want him to do? What do you want him to do? Mosquito. No, Mosquito. Give me a solution.
The solution would be to not write stories.
That's not a solution.
His solution was for him to fuck off. That's what he said.
That doesn't fix anything. That doesn't fix issues.
They have
Mosquito. On a moral level as well, that doesn't fix anything. The issues will just be perpetuated if you do nothing.
Real quick.
They have written a story that makes you want to justify.
No.
The movie actually does the opposite job, where it makes me realize how corrupt the military system is and how fucking corrupt the entirety of Stark Industries was before Tony did anything. It's literally a critique of capitalism. It literally is a critique of capitalism.
Real quick, no, I'm sorry. Just one thing.
Capitalism saves them too as well.
Just one
thing. He made the Iron Man suits because he's rich.
Oh my God! No, okay, this is my point. Let me just say this. Literally, I understand you do not like millionaires or billionaires. I get it, okay? But wouldn't you think a character like Iron Man, who's trying to flip the switch on him being rich and put his money into actual good things, not just on donations or shit like that, but actively,
what she does do.
Exactly. But also just making an effort, whether it is building a suit or just fucking doing whatever, to help out others in need that are like, come on, dude.
Because if he doesn't. Also, I'm not asking from a moral outside level because I don't really care about that question. I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid to put on a moral level on that. But also, during the time that... You have to also look at the time when the piece of media itself was made and the context behind what is being stated and what they did know at the time as well.
Also,
when they were writing it.
SK wants me to...
That's very important for it.
SK wants me to screen share like a scene from the movie to show you.
Also, I forgot to say, in the fight with Iron Man and against the terrorists, he grabbed one of the terrorists and tossed it in front of the Middle Eastern victims.
Yes. It says you're all yours. No, he literally takes the lead and gives it to the people to be like, this is yours.
Yeah, because they were attacking the people. Exactly.
No, but what do you see the problem with him helping and then giving them the ability to help themselves? Okay, mosquito. No, stop.
Okay.
I want to.
Look at my screen. Look at my screen.
Do you think PJ. Do you think that it is bad on a do you think okay, right. Do you think that conceptually it is a bad idea for example, a white billionaire or somebody, if in this situation to bring water wells to Africa? Is that a bad idea? Or
very bad The whole idea of propaganda debate here is propaganda is meant to make someone want to do something, right? I think we can agree that is a general, very stupid idea.
Okay. Yes, I don't think the U.S. government wants people to create fucking pipe bombs and then blow up people. I don't think they want them to do that. And I don't think they want them to build weaponized exoskeletons that go against the government either. Equally that.
But they would love for American patriots to want to go and enact justice against those they deem as enemies of the state.
Okay, both of you, real quick. I'm sorry.
In 2008, were people in Afghanistan or Iraq or Syria.
Both of you.
People are enemies of the state, and because of that, the story is written around the idea that we have to find a way to justify Iron Man going in and killing those people.
No, okay, both of you stop. Real quick.
Bad.
Look at SK keeps telling me this, so just do it. Look at my screen. It is proof. Please. Look.
I've seen this scene before.
Okay.
So let's watch it again.
No, watch it again.
Okay, let's play it.
Okay, Stir, are you in?
Let's go.
Is it better to be feared or respected? And I say, is it too much to ask for both? With that in mind, I humbly present the crown jewel of Stark Industries' Freedom Line. It's the first missile system to incorporate our proprietary repulsor technology. They say the best weapon is one you never have to fire. I respectfully disagree. I prefer the weapon you only have to fire once. That's how Dad did it. That's how America does it. And it's worked out pretty well so far. Find an excuse to let one of these off the chain, and I personally guarantee you the bad guys won't even want to come out of their caves.
There. We got the quote.
So you proved my point.
How does that prove your point?
All right. So he says that the best weapon is the weapon you only have to fire once. He's essentially saying if you kill these people, you fix them. Right?
Yeah, but Mosquito, this is before he goes on his arc and realizes this is not the way to look at things.
So he went on his arc and he still does the same thing.
No, he doesn't. He really doesn't. No, he doesn't.
You proved my point.
No, he doesn't. He literally doesn't.
He does. He goes into the Middle East and kills them for them. He chooses
No.
who has to live and die.
No.
He does the exact same thing.
He's not. No.
You have this all wrong, dude.
Okay. So the problem is he is selling. No. Stop. Okay. The problem that Tony faces, and the problem that was the selling military weaponry to these organizations that were funded by a U.S. person that we learn later. That was funded by this entire Iraqi thing. Afghanistan sector was funded by Obadiah Steins. All the weapons were funded by an American man. All of it was.
So you're
All
telling
of it was funded by. Yes. There's a
the
critique.
only way to fix this
Yes.
problem,
Yes.
or the only way these Middle Eastern people can save their lives is for a rich white billionaire
Yes. Yes.
swooping down and saving them.
Yes. In this context, yes.
That is my problem.
Why is that your problem?
Why is that your problem? I've been trying to tell you for like 20 minutes now. This story is really around you have to justify American interventionism.
It's a dude from America.
He's trying to save people. His weapons. It doesn't matter. It's his weapons. They're his weapons that they're using to attack others.
Mosquito. I want to put the basis. Alright, I want to pivot the argument, right? Let's do it's stupid, but let me change the context, right? Alright, let's change the context to a nation like Wakanda. Would you think that the message would be bad if Wakanda stopped, if they were, like, for example, like, came in and stuff like that with their technology? Would that be a bad message?
I think Black Panther is probably one of the most evil MCs. I think that it literally goes around saying the idea that black people who want to fight for freedom against their oppressors are evil. They are killers.
That is fucking insane. That is probably the most insane thing I've heard in a while.
Let me explain.
Oh my god. Dude,
So
no.
stop cutting me off. You wanted me to respond, I'm gonna
Oh
respond.
my god.
That
is disgustingly wrong.
Jesus Christ.
The film.
So is it?
The film. Wait. Hey, you said you were gonna let me talk. All right. The film posits the idea that the only possible way for Wakanda to help people is through amending the existing system, to reform instead of revolt.
No.
The first day back from maternity leave is so weird. We get it. Find a caregiver who does too. When it's not you, it's care.com.
Did you know Joey's mom cooks every night with full wavering? She said they're called like quarter on a pan and cook meals, and she made it super fast.
Ever heard of bad time travel? Of course not. I just made it up. But it's when you blow an entire day.
He's the bad guy. He kills kids. He's evil. He's horrible. He says.
No. I haven't seen that movie, but I know that better to know that he's actually a good guy. A good guy. Not really.
All these leftist ideas that would genuinely help people, but now the audience.
No, they don't. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He wants to murder children. 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 He wants to murder children.
Wakandan status quo to blow up any of these weapons that could actually help people.
He wants to murder children. He wants to murder children.
At my point, they made him into a child murderer so that leftist ideas would be
No, they wouldn't. No, the fact, literally the point of the movie is that he has a point. He has a point. He has a point. He just took it too far.
This is so bad.
The only way his point is valid is if Wakanda decides to reform the system and dish out these things themselves.
By the end of the movie, that's literally what they do in the movie, dude. That's literally what the fucking movie is.
It is baffling how much these propaganda works.
No, you're talking. Okay, let Abla speak because you're talking over Abla. Abla, go.
The whole point with Black Panther, with T'Challa, is he acknowledged the issues in Wakanda. That's why the end of the movie is him reforming it to be better. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Oh my god! Fixing something is a problem? Fixing something is a problem?
You cannot fix something that is built off of exploiting others and hurting others.
Fixing something's a problem, guys. Fixing something.
That means the Middle East should have let the Stark's Industry fucking missile stay.
No, because the Middle East is basically founded in both the real world and the MCU on America.
Mosquito, I want to ask you this because the only way that we're gonna get common ground here, which we're not, because I genuinely don't understand your perspective at all. But I'm gonna try. What is your ideal way to fix the Earth? Like, if you had the fucking smoker, I guess you can't because you're the one dude who can't come, so no one can say that biologics. So it's fine. If a group of people of every ethnicity, race, and thing biologic come together to dismantle the system and create something new, what would that look like? How would that function?
Are we looking like societally or economically?
Societally, economically, everything.
Right. Well, I don't think it comes as a secret that I am a bit of an anarcho-cunt. A tad bit, maybe. Maybe. And I believe hierarchy in general creates power imbalances. And for most things, I would advocate that structures should be created from the bottom up as opposed from the top down. We should have councils of people working together instead of one person at the top deciding things, or just a bunch of people where it needs to be more centered around communal discussion instead of just lawmakers in fucking parliament doing all the work for everyone else. And economically,
But you
stop. A system where the workers only means of production, and we destroy the exploitation of capital systems that take advantage of hurting others to get cheaper.
Oh my god! Okay, we get it.
No, stop, carry it. I did ask. Fine. No, stop, no, listen, stop. That's fine. Okay. So, what you literally just established there, right, is you wanted a group of people, a group of council, to do so. You specifically determine a workers' council. Okay. Of leaders of the workers' council, or just random no. How many people on this council? How many people on this council?
I don't know. Are we talking about the world, the nation, the city?
Yeah, that would still literally just be a hierarchy, though. Because those are people that are deciding.
Where are we talking? Are you telling me to like organize a world council?
Excuse me, can I chime in?
Like a city or a town or like a Discord server?
What?
Like where are you asking me to implement this?
I'm just asking if you could plan out and fly out everything around the world to do this, just as systems of different countries. But do you believe in a perfect world that there would be different countries, or would be just one united front of people? Is that sort of the viewpoint you like to?
These questions are things I can't really answer. I don't think anyone has a valid answer to this question.
But I do have one.
Hold up.
It's very ridiculous to assume anyone has the answer for world.
Let him finish, Albert. Let him finish. All right.
Well, because like a city maybe. Okay. Because my problem, because the basis that I'm trying to get here is I really I'm gonna straight up say despise it when people bring up like things that are issues and then they can't fucking figure out any like solutions or bring that up to the table for a perspective. Yes, you hate something. How do you fix it?
It is kind of very egotistical of me to assume that I would have a solution for every piece of the world's problems. I can propose, but I don't know how I'd implement it.
No, but you can give your perspective on how, to different extent, that full picture. You can't just be like, I don't have the full answer here. I don't have the answer.
I said what I would prefer, which would be something along those lines. I don't know
but what you would prefer, quite literally, is kind of what we have.
That is not what we have. No, we have a world government that is essentially run by capital. That is what the world is. It is run by capital. There are no countries, no religions, it's just corporations. Everything is about how much...
That's literally not true. That is literally not true. If you see Israel, look at Israel. Look at Israel. Israel is literally a religious state that has major taken literally run by capitalism.
By definition.
Yes, but they use religion. They're religious. It is a religious government.
At the end of the day, it all comes down to capital. Everything is done. All of these divides are created so more people can make money. That is how it works. That is why capitalism functions.
No, but it is literally. I'm trying to say that also. But it is religion. Religion is a part of it. They use religion. Religion is a part of it.
Religion is a part of it. I'm just saying capitalism is at the.
So why did you say that there wasn't then? You said it's on.
I was making a reference to the network.
Okay, but
a reference to the net beauty speech and network.
Yeah.
I have a question. So you have an issue with Ironman essentially intervening in the Middle Eastern because he's white. Would you have the same issue if Ironman was a Middle Eastern himself still? Would you still have an issue with it?
Like from the same group of people, like one of them rises up against these people?
Same plot line or whatever, just the difference is that Tony is Middle Eastern.
If he's a Middle Eastern American, fuck no, it's still the same problem.
Why?
Oh my god.
Why?
It's the exact same problem. To have like an American.
I don't know. Why? Why? Is it because he grew up in a more privileged environment? Is that why?
Look, I'm all fine with if the story was like, okay, like one of these guys sees that it's shit here, and he tries to rise up against it, and there's like they have a revolution.
But what's the difference? What's the meaningful difference?
The meaningful difference is one of them isn't a bunch of like foreign nationals taking advantage of this.
He's not a bunch though. It's one dude who's running by himself, like with no system of government intervention. He's literally going against the. He's going. He's literally. What do you mean? It is a guy working against the government to do what he needs to do. Why does that matter?
If it was Batman, he wouldn't complain. If it was Batman, he wouldn't complain.
If it was
Batman, I probably would have the same problem.
No, you wouldn't.
What if it was a guy from?
Why like the Dark Knight?
What if it's a guy?
What if it's the exact same thing?
Okay, first
right now,
Let's go, Jesus.
What if some dude from Greenland wanted to go out?
What?
What if a dude from Greenland wanted to come out, go out and help and he had the same resources? What would you say to that?
Problem, but the main problem is that it is an American.
Why?
America is known for its.
Okay, you know what? What if a Dominican did it? What if it, like literally any Hispanic? What if a Dominican went?
Yo. I'm right here.
I'm right here too, brother.
All right. So if I back then, a Dominican American, first gen, right? My parents are both Dominican. If I go back in time and kill Rafael Trujillo, who is a dictatorship, who oppresses Haitian people and has affected chunks of my family, I'm the bad guy?
No, because that would be your own people.
But you just said
on behalf of like.
But you just said the previous example.
Let him go. Let Mosquito. Let him finish. Go on.
But you just said in the previous example that if a Middle Eastern American who is a billionaire, like if it's like the same plot as Ironman, were to come in and save people from the Middle East, like outline and everything, he's still a bad guy.
You didn't clarify Middle Eastern meant like the person from the same country or like just
you
like
said,
America.
We said Middle Eastern American. And
well, what do you mean by Middle Eastern American? There are a lot of people.
A Middle Eastern.
Middle East.
People whose ethnicity is Middle Eastern. Yes.
No,
you're not letting him finish.
Okay, like I'm speaking like generally. Let's say, like for me, for instance, I'm a Dominican American. So I'm a Black Dominican American. My parents are Dominican, and I was born in Miami. I'm not like.
No way, you're in Miami too?
Yes. Well, I'm not in Miami. I moved up, but the point is that I'm Dominican American. Mm-hmm. That's how it really usually works. If that same me, I would go back to DR, or go back in time, so I can kill Rafael Trujillo, aka an actual dictator, a white supremacist dictator, still Dominican by the way. Do you think that I would be the bad guy in that instance?
No, you wouldn't, because those are your people.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is it bad fundamentally? So I'm gonna ask this again, and because I know what you're gonna say, but I'm just asking for the shits and gigs, and then I'm gonna head off before I leave. Why is it inherently bad somebody who is a part of a different country who is going against legal means, specifically legal means that would literally get you court-martialed, or anything, or sent to prison by going against orders by an American government system to go help people? Is really against the government system. The issue of it is with the government.
Alright. The difference is that these aren't Tony's people, and Tony is a rich American billionaire. And
bye-bye.
Historically, let me just clarify. Historically, America has done awful, atrocious, disgusting things whenever they intervene in the Middle East.
Miles Morales is bad because he saves white people in Spider-Man.
Okay, we're talking about Tony specifically. We're talking about Tony specifically.
What?
Miles Morales is bad because he saves white people.
But that's not what...
Hold up.
My point. There is a historical precedent for, like, insane militarism in the Middle East from Americans. That there's a lot of military.
I don't know why we haven't even said this, or maybe we have. Is Tony part of the military? Yes or no?
He essentially becomes the military.
No. Answer the fucking question.
Is Is he part of the
not, but
military?
he's still a rich billionaire.
That doesn't matter! Why can't you understand this?
So how can it be military
Having
propaganda?
a rich warmonger
Fundamentally
going and
speaking,
choosing who lives
no,
and
no,
dies.
no. Fundamentally speaking, in order for it to be military propaganda by definition, you would have to be part of the military.
Iron Man essentially represents America.
Oh
He's
no,
an
he
American.
doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he
He's
doesn't.
literally a military
Mosquito.
He's not touching America.
Guys, listen up. I know everyone in this voice chat is a leading authority on this subject, apparently, but I still want it to be one at a time.
Alright.
Just when you thought we'd done it all, Olive Garden now delivers. Only at olivegarden.com. Ready for car karaoke? With travel insurance, your trip can be a day at the beach. Literally.
Mosquito.
Alright,
How can he represent America if he literally isn't, and he's going against their act, and he's doing an action that is going against what is legal?
Because he's still a military contractor. Literally, in the movie, he's a military contractor. There you go. You wanted your proof?
Where's your proof?
The movie, Iron Man.
No, that's not good enough. What I need specific, like one-to-one proof that they showed in the movie. That or they show it or say it outright in the movie, so you can prove your point and we can concede. Because all you're doing is making assumptions. Go on, Kyrie.
Go on. He shut down the contract. That's literally his art.
Yeah,
exactly.
he
shut it down.
Contractor, and then he goes
No. He shut it down. He shut it down.
Kite Man's a good point, but I don't even have to show it. Literally, again, I'm gonna say it again because I said this scene already. In Iron Man 2, he literally told the government to fuck off because they asked for his suits. He privatized world peace.
PJ, I just want to ask you something.
What?
All right? It's a genuine question.
Okay.
If right now a billionaire decided that they wanted to privatize world peace and do everything themselves, would you say that's a good idea?
Wait, repeat it?
A billionaire, like Tony Stark, if they wanted to say, okay, I'm going to go and privatize peace, and I'm going to, do everything for everyone, and I'm going to save everyone, what would you say?
Good.
Yeah, what the fuck? What does that have to do with anything?
I would say, probably.
Unfortunately, that's not the outcome that happens here.
I'm just saying if Elon Musk went and said he wanted to
it would be bad. In that case, it would be bad.
Good idea.
Oh my god.
Because that's Elon Musk.
Not even there.
Hold up. Y'all are proving my point.
I think what is like off about this is that know who Iron Man and Tony is, like start to finish. And when we also got context of what Elon is, we obviously gonna say no. The way in real life works, billionaires aren't really made authentically. So we obviously have a natural inclination to never trust a billionaire. But when it comes to like fiction, and if you acknowledge it's fiction, and the fact that like we know the context and the context is spoon fed to us, we know that Tony using his power the way he is isn't going to be a bad thing.
Which is what I would like to
And also, real quick. No, real quick.
No, I was responding.
Fine.
Can I talk to you, Mosquito?
Alright. Now, I agree with you that yes, the story is meant to make us sympathize with Tony, and, I'm not disagreeing that that's what the story's trying to do. But, you have to, you can't ignore the real world stuff that these films, deal with. And it does set a very bad precedent for people who watch this movie who then will naively think that this is the right thing to do. That is where the propaganda element comes in.
Okay, but your comparison is false because an outside party, you're asking for an outside party to decide if someone can even be trusted versus a hero like Tony Stark making the choice for himself.
I'm saying that it just sets a bad precedent. That's the whole point I've been trying to make for an hour. That is where the propaganda element comes in.
Let me think this. I'm a Norwegian. I'm not American. My family is Muslim. And when I saw Iron Man, I did not think of any Islamophobic thing in this movie. I felt really happy to see Iron Man protecting innocent lives. So I do not understand where you're coming this whole, it's Islamophobic or propaganda because
I
The movie shows Iron Man essentially criticizing capitalism and military.
Yeah.
That's the point of Tony Stark's arc.
All right.
He finally wakes up and realizes he is part of the problem. So what does he do? He rectifies it by making amends.
This is like, hold up real quick. This is if like in a bank, right? Let's say it is a hypothetical movie, right? A robber who's white is like holding hostage a bunch of people, and then fucking Miles Morales' Spider-Man comes in and saves them. Is that bad?
No.
Then what? Then what's the difference here? What's the difference here? Is it because he's rich? Like, what's the difference here?
False equivalency, right?
No, it's not a false equivalency. It's literally the same dumbass point that you're making.
Let him explain why he thinks it's supposed to.
Okay, well, first of all, I wanted to respond to Havla's point. Because, like, okay, sure, if you didn't feel anything like that, like, that's great. But me also, as a Middle Eastern person, felt disgusted watching it. I do not like the idea of my people being portrayed as so barbaric and
Not
they need
really,
to be saved
because if you
by
watch
the
the
Americans.
movie,
I don't like that idea.
So that's it.
That is a very
You don't think a
justifiable-
white person will feel the same if they see a movie of them fucking like being a dick to like a black person or a Hispanic person?
White people
like,
have
you could,
dicks, like,
oh my god, it's an example, you dumb fuck!
I've been terrorists.
Jesus!
Yeah, wow. Funny how that works.
And also, the film isn't saying to trust anyone in the film. Like, the film is saying that if you are in the position, you should use what you have to help people and know when you are part of the problem. Tony wrongfully trusts Obadiah. So if anything the film is telling you, to be careful with who you trust.
I do not like the
Don't
idea.
tell me to calm down, motherfucker, because you're not making any good points.
I'm the one who should be offended here. I'm not even yelling. So
No,
chill.
here's what you
I'm
don't
not.
understand. The whole point with Iron
You
Man,
can do
the
the
real
things I
villain,
do.
was
And the bad
Obadiah's
things-
thing. It was not really...
I do not feel comfortable with the idea of this
Scared.
rich white billionaire
Oh my God.
going in there and
Wait, hold on.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm curious about this.
Okay.
Do you like Homecoming?
I don't. I hate that movie.
Of course.
That's fine. Sorry, it's not Homecoming. Do you like Civil War?
I don't really care about Civil War.
For fuck's sakes, dude.
Why don't you care?
Whatever.
I wonder why. I wonder why.
Wait, hold on.
I don't think it's
Do you
well done.
at least appreciate the line of like him of Peter? Let's use Peter Parker in that movie, right? He's like, when you can do the things I do, and then the bad things happen, that's on you. That's essentially what he says, right? Do you think that's a good line? Do you think that's like morally good? At least.
Peter Parker is a working class.
No.
Oh my.
Answer the question. Answer the question.
Where was the line again?
When he talks about when you can do the things I do, and then the bad things happen, that's on you. Hello?
Hello?
Did I not?
Right.
Hello?
I think you broke him.
Wait,
No. Because I think like that's what Tony is essentially doing. That's part of why he likes Peter, is because it's like, oh, he realized what I realized in this movie, but like way earlier in my life, in his life, I mean, right? Because that is what Tony is doing. He has the privilege, he has the money,
And
to
for
do
what it's worth,
these
Civil
things.
War does a much better job with Tony than like.
Okay.
Wait, real
I'm
quick.
saying-
Kite Man makes a good point. With great power comes great responsibility. For Iron Man's, from Iron Man's case, is money and privilege not power, and is Iron Man not
It is
responsibility?
It is power, but I
So then, what's responsibility for Iron Man?
Okay. The difference between responsibility is that you are still portraying this Middle Eastern or this white American billionaire running into the Middle East and blowing people up.
No.
I don't like that idea. Is it so much?
Wait. You don't like the idea of someone coming to save people from terrorists?
I don't believe in the idea of Americans doing that. I think it's disgusting.
Why?
Because Americans create those terrorists and then cry about it 10 years later and say, "Oh no."
Dude, white American billionaire blow people up. Anyways, bro.
Yes, that's what he does. That's what they do in the real world.
Is
Is
that what Tony does?
Okay, so should he do nothing?
Really
Should he do
bad.
nothing?
It creates
Should he
a
do
very
nothing?
bad.
Tony just did
bad
bad.
The
tone.
deflecting is insane.
It's
Should
not
he do nothing?
deflecting. I've said the same thing for like an hour. None of y'all understand.
You've been saying the same thing deflecting for an hour.
I think the
I've
only
not been
thing that I
deflecting.
will agree
That's my point.
think the only thing that I will agree that is only propaganda of the movie, and the only thing you can argue for me, in my opinion, is that the film blames some figureheads in the movies rather than like systems. Because like let's take, like for instances, like let's take like Winter Soldier and whatnot, right? Yeah, Shield was being off, but they also copped out by saying it's straight up Hydra. That's the reason why.
True, smart.
For
That's like a very good point.
for Iron Man, they said what's it called? It was
Obadiah.
It was Obadiah. Yeah.
Also,
And
you do know that Tony was blamed for that slaughter happening in the village and like before that scene.
Which he should. Like good. Rare good.
Yeah, so why is it bad when he does get the suit?
Because
and
it
then
still
fixes
looks
it?
badass as hell. That's the thing.
Mosquito, listen.
That is
the
so
whole point
stupid.
Of
It's
War,
amazing.
listen. The whole point of Civil War that you will like is about government, American government, and the whole world giving Tony Stark accountability to respond to his actions. That's what
you realize that ideology isn't the only thing that makes me love or hate a movie. Like, I don't even hate Iron Man. I think it's like an okay movie.
Ideologies are the only thing that makes me love or hate a movie. Oh my god.
I said he wasn't.
And politics. And politics.
I literally said he wasn't. Just because you say something I agree with does not mean I'm gonna like your movie.
Awesome.
I literally
no, but
said
you're making weird points. You're making incredibly weird
The
points.
argument wasn't about whether I like or hate Iron.
I feel like from what
military
propaganda, from all of the
okay. I guess we have kind of strayed from that point, right? I said this before. It fundamentally cannot be military propaganda if he is not part of the military and he's going against the military.
It is still like
no. You can't argue that. You cannot argue that. How can you?
The only
because military propaganda doesn't always just have to be, oh wow, we're developing in the Middle East. It can also be, oh, I'm an American running into the Middle East, deciding people.
So